Hi, today I'm going to be showing you how to add a user to your DVR. So the first thing we're going to want to do is right click on the screen and then select main menu from the drop down. Once you're in the main menu, we're going to go to setting down at the bottom and then click system on the right hand side. Now once we're in system, we're going to go over to the left hand side of the screen and click on account. Now in account there are a list of all the users you currently have, and you can edit their profiles in here. But today we're going to be adding a new user, so we're going to go down to the bottom and click on the button that says Add User. Now on this page there are a bunch of fields we're going to have to fill out. The first one we're going to be dealing with says username, and that's just the name that your user is going to be using to log in. In this case, I'm just going to give them the username user3. Next, you have to decide if you want this account to be reusable or not. If you do, and in this case I do, I'm going to go ahead and click the box that says reusable. Next, you're going to give the user a password that they can log in with. I'm just going to give them a nice simple password, so I'm going to use 123456. I'm just going to use the keyboard that appears to type that in. Next, we're going to have to confirm the password, so I'm going to go over to the right hand side and just type the password in again. And the next option says memo, and in here you can just add some information about the user who's going to be using the account. In this case, I'm just going to make a memo that lets everyone know that this is user3's login, so I'm just going to use the keyboard that appears to type in that memo. And once that's done, I'm going to move on to the next box by hitting enter. And that's where you can put in the MAC address of your user, if you have one. And the final option up here says group, and as you can see right now it's set to admin. When it's in the admin group, in this case, that gives them access to everything, which you can see in the authority section just below, because the checkbox all is checked. But if I change the group to user, you can see that some of the items become grayed out. That's because by default this group does not have access to those items, but I can still limit their authority further by clicking on the checkboxes to deselect them. And in this case, I'm going to remove their authority to access manual control and backup by clicking on the checkboxes. Now the next thing I can do is choose which channels they can do playback on. I'm just going to give them access to 1 through 5, so I'm going to go ahead and deselect all, and then click 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I can also do the same thing for which channels they can monitor, but I'm actually going to give them access to all the channels for monitoring. The next thing I'm going to want to do is click Save down in the bottom corner. I'll get a note saying the user has been successfully added, and now you can see that they appear on the list of users in the Account section. And that is how you add a user to your DVR.